Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick. Indianapolis, long billed as the motorsports capital of the world, and with good reason. After all, it's the home of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but there's also big economic impact. The motorsports industry contributes an estimated $1.2 billion annually to the state's gross domestic product. And there are more signs this week the industry is shifting into a higher gear.
The Indianapolis 500.
Indiana is home to more than 300 motorsports-related businesses, employing nearly 5,000 workers. The list includes a dozen IndyCar teams, and 3 high-profile teams are placing big bets on their futures in Indy. Andretti Global, the parent of Andretti Autosport, broke ground this week on a $200 million headquarters in Fishers, an investment that could mean 500 jobs and create a base of operations for the team's IndyCar, Indy Lights, and IMSA programs, as well as advanced research and development for the teams.
Right here behind us in lots 10 and 11 will be our new headquarters for all of our various brands, whether it be Graham Rahal Performance, Rahal Paint Protection, Ducati Indianapolis, Graham Rahal on the racing side of things, the Graham and Courtney Rahal Foundation. Everything will be housed right here.
In October, the youngest of the racing Rahals made a $20 million commitment to build an all-in-one automotive campus, just a stone's throw away from Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing's new headquarters in Zionsville's Creekside Park, a cutting-edge facility that will serve as a hub for Rahal's Brownsburg-based IndyCar team and its Columbus, Ohio sports car teams. And United Kingdom-based McLaren Racing announced plans to spend about $25 million on a new facility for its IndyCar team in Whitestown, a project expected to create 175 jobs. Those high-profile projects in addition to what's happening at the world's greatest race course, where Roger Penske has invested $20 million in improvements since acquiring IMS 3 years ago, with more expected. Some big investment. Downtown Indianapolis also playing host this week to the biggest brands in the business, the 34th annual PRI trade show at the Indiana Convention Center. Our Mary Rachel Redmond is standing by with more, including a special guest. Mary Rachel.
Thanks, Gary. Well, it's the big kahuna for any and all in motorsports, and it happens every year here in the racing capital of the world. It's called the Performance Racing Industry Trade Show, also known as PRI, and it draws over 70,000 from around the globe to Indianapolis. It features the latest technology, gizmos, and gadgets that race teams are looking for to get an edge on the track. And the guy that kicked it all off, Tony Stewart, 3-time NASCAR Cup Series champion and team owner, joins me. Tony, why is PRI so important for racing?
Well, as soon as the season is over, this is what everybody's looking forward to. It's for all the manufacturers. This is where they showcase their new products for the next season. For the teams and the drivers, they come to the show because, A, they want to see the products, but they're also trying to work deals with all these companies to help support their programs for the next race season.
And kind of to expand on that a little bit, just for the non-motorsports folks out there, I mean, what's the big draw here?
For racers, they're always trying to find ways to make their cars faster. To do that, all these manufacturers that are producing products, whether it's engine parts or lubricants or trailers to get your cars to the racetrack, everybody showcases their products here. So even the teams that are on top are always trying to find a competitive advantage, and they're working their deals with all these companies to see what's better, because you're always trying to make parts lighter, stronger, but most of all faster. So they're always trying to find who's got the best products, and like I said, everybody's trying to find ways to make their budgets a little bit more frugal and trying to get sponsorships and partnerships with these companies.
Talk about the evolution of technology. I think it's fascinating. It used to be, a lot of race car guys that were working on engines, maybe they didn't have a college education, but now with this technology, how have you seen that evolve, and I guess the education that's involved with that?
Yeah, I think when I started in motorsports in the late 70s, which I hate kind of admitting how old I am because of that, but what we used to see is guys that just in their head had great ideas, and not all the ideas worked, but it was in their head. They drew it out, they made it, they tested it on the racetrack and got results. And if it didn't work, they found a way to tweak it and make it better. Nowadays, you have technology that just keeps ramping it all up. It takes guys that aren't as talented on the crew chief side and the engineering side, but now these are engineers that can take the technology and be just as fast as guys that have been doing this in the industry for years.
You know, Indiana's become a hotbed for motorsports investment. You're a part of that. Why?
It's all I've known all my life. I mean, I live, eat, breathe, sleep motorsports and racing. So whether it's our NASCAR teams, our sprint car teams, our NHRA drag race teams, our sprint car series, our racetrack that we own, that's what my life revolves around is motorsports. So my wife's an NHRA drag racer, so that's what our family does. We're just involved in motorsports, and that's all we care about.
That's amazing. So your wife is a drag racer with you, an NHRA drag?
Yeah.
Well, you were just married last year, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, by the way. So it's a racing family.
Yeah, absolutely. We and the hard part is, I guess I say it's the hard part, but it's probably one of the most rewarding parts as well. Is she drives for us. So we leave the racetrack as a couple. We get to the racetrack, we're still a couple, but then we kind of switch gears, and she's my driver and I'm her car owner. So that dynamic changes, and then at the end of the day, when we leave the racetrack, we're still kind of in that owner and driver mode till we get to dinner, and then we remember that we're a married couple, and we kind of put the racing stuff on the back burner for the night.
Are you still racing?
I am. I get to race this awesome sprint car occasionally, and we dabbled a little bit in the world of drag racing last fall at Las Vegas. So we got some plans working. We just haven't got them announced yet, but I'm going to be back behind the wheel quite a bit next year.
Any chance of retirement anytime soon?
Well, I retired from Cup in 2016, and I totally screwed up what retirement's like, because literally last year was the busiest year of my life. So, but I love doing what I'm doing. I get to do it with my wife, and I love all of our guys that work for our race teams. And like I said, we're a racing family, and this is what we love doing.
Tony, thank you for your time. Tony Stewart, Hoosier and racing legend. Gary, back to you.
All right, Mary Rachel, thank you. Well, the business of motorsports also taking off near the home of the cradle of drag racing in Hendricks County, where the new Commerce Park there at Brownsburg is taking shape near Lucas Oil Raceway, home of the NHRA U.S. Nationals. The 47-acre project designed to promote research and development and manufacturing for the auto sports industry, and is expected to drive $100 million into the area economy. By the way, the U.S. Nationals, the most prestigious drag racing event in the world.